share. No time for pain, I have to study hard, hard, hard. I don't wanna fail. I'm walking on higher grades, I don't wanna fail. So pay attention in school, I don't wanna fail. When you hang in with bad company, I don't wanna fail. Lord have mercy on me, I don't wanna fail. Tick-tock, son in the clock, be ready for 7 o'clock.
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
The following is a preamble of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, rocks and keys, heralded the rebirth of the New World. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for Christian values and the rule of law. Now, know we therefore, we the inheritors of and successors to this family of islands, recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation, founded on spiritual values, and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone, or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
November 2nd, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, the FNM announcing details of its election manifesto. Abaco residents reflect on Hurricane Dorian 2 years later. A special commissioning ceremony taking place today. And it's all about gourmet popcorn. So let's start the morning off right. welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
Good morning, I'm Charles Fisher. I'm all ready for today's show.
Yeah.
Lots to give away this morning. We have our regular trivia question, and I'm wondering why these tennis balls are on our screen. We have a juggling competition. You know, Desmond and LaDawn, they've been challenging me to so many things. So we're going to have a juggling competition this morning. I'm looking forward to that story with the gourmet popcorn. I had a taste of that yesterday. Not a popcorn lover, but surely did taste good. So we're in for a very interesting show this morning. You ready for the juggling?
Yeah, I have one ball. I'll take the other one.
No such thing as a one. You know,
I have one.
Don't get scared. I'm ready.
And I just bounce this one, yeah.
So we have that. But let's start off with our trivia this morning. And this is another tricky question, all courtesy of Janae's Uniform Center. And let's bring that question up on the board. Which is the only edible food that never goes bad? And it's not chicken, and it's not pork chop. You tell me, like always. The number to dial this morning is, put that up again, 502-3855. 502-3855, which is the only edible food that never goes bad. And I see our guest out in the studio today from Kiwanis and Rotary. Their head is trying to say, I wonder what it is. What is it, LaDawn?
Can I say butter?
Dong, 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 dong.
Say butter?
Well, stay tuned to the end of the show for the answer, 502-3855. And let's now take it out to the streets to see just how our traffic is doing this morning. We have Sergeant Cressenia Johnson on the scene.
Well, a pleasant good morning, Fisher and LaDawn, and a pleasant good morning, Bahamas. Throughout the 24-hour period, there's been a total of 15 accidents that were investigated throughout the New Providence Island. 13 of those accidents involved damage and 2 involved injury. At this time, there are 6 persons who remain hospitalized, having been involved in a traffic accident. So just a cautionary note, we know that a number of motorcades have begun to happen throughout the New Providence Island. We're asking drivers, just a cautionary note, as long as you're operating that vehicle, to avoid distracted driving, to be alert, and to ensure that all persons are safely in that vehicle. To passengers that occupy those big trucks as you're on the street, you should not place yourself in any position that would compromise your safety. So again, we're advising all road users to stay safe and to be alert. Back to you in studio.
Well, a weak pressure gradient will sustain things in the island. We are waking up to 77 degrees, mostly cloudy, winds north at 2 miles per hour, humidity 88%. A gradient will sustain light to gentle breezes and muggy conditions over the Bahamas. Meanwhile, an upper level trough draped across the island chain, coupled with a weak surface trough moving off the east coast of Florida, will trigger pockets of unsettled weather today. Partly sunny, hot and humid, with widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. On Wednesday, your daytime high temperature 91 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight low of 75. As you can see, a nice cam shot view from our tower cam of the Atlantis, and the bridge is looking good on the outside. As we look ahead to Friday and Saturday, variable cloudiness, 90 in the day, 79 at night on Friday, and then on Saturday, a thunderstorm in sports conditions over the day, 88 in the day, 79 at night.
Plans to transform the economy has been the focus of the Free National Movement's general election campaign since it began last week. However, at the party's New Providence rally last evening, Free National Movement leader, Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, outlined the party's social initiatives in an 80-page manifesto. Among them are efforts to target Bahamians in need by partnering with local food vendors, caterers, and to purchase goods from farmers for a new universal school meals program.
Better health and nutrition allow children to learn and to perform better. And this program will relieve parents of having to budget for lunch. This represents a significant savings for homes with more than one child.
125 new cases of the coronavirus have been reported in the Ministry of Health's latest release. 102 cases here in New Providence, 8 over in Grand Bahama, 6 at Abaco, 3 each in Eleuthera and Andros, 2 in Exuma and 1 in Long Island, for a total of 18,460. One of the New Providence cases have a travel history in the past 14 days. 69 of the newly confirmed cases are women. Hospitalizations sit at 169, with 15 in the intensive care unit. 3,167 cases remain active. There have been 50 new recoveries, bringing that total to 14,760. With 17 months into the war on COVID-19, a leading doctor is calling on Bahamians to be less naive. It's a frightening reality, but Doctors Hospital CEO Dr. Charles Digges says if the country's COVID-19 experience follows that of other jurisdictions, the worst is yet to come.
If that is the case and we're lagging behind 2, 3, 4 months, then, nothing else considered, they're probably right that we will then see whatever has happened in Florida now starts to happen to us. And I can hardly imagine, to keep this sober and serious, I can hardly imagine what or could be worse than this. But the reassurance would be that the moment that we get off this particular level of utilization, then we're going to be doing all that we can aggressively to boost our resources and preparation.
National Security Minister the Honorable Marvin Dames confirming that a number of correctional officers have been placed in quarantine as a result of a COVID-19 case connected to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. He denied that there was any outbreak there, though, and didn't disclose how many officers were quarantined, but added that he's expected to be further updated on the matter pretty soon. What the minister did admit was that the infection didn't originate at the correctional facility.
Don't forget now, a lot of these persons are not residing at the prison. And so they're going to interact with people every now and again, and persons with COVID, and they have to do the right thing. I mean, being quarantined is not bad. I mean, I think it's good. But once you recognize that persons would have been in the presence of others who may have had COVID, you have to take the necessary precaution to ensure that you don't have an outbreak. I think the prison ought to be commended for the work the commissioner and his officers that they would have done to date.
More families are collecting their deceased loved ones following the Public Hospitals Authority warning to do so. As widely reported, the PHA warned that the facility, which can accommodate 73 bodies, had as many as 218 bodies in storage.
We expanded the morgue capacity. We have some more freezers, mobile freezers, at PMH that's dealing with the amount of deceased persons that we do have. It is not at crisis level for us now, but we're observing it. And as the Bahamian people come in and collect their loved ones for burial, it keeps it balanced because they're moving persons out as others become deceased.
A special commissioning ceremony taking place on Long Island today. The Water and Sewerage Corporation is bringing relief to hundreds of residents with even more plans on the drawing board.
I'm also looking forward to the possibility of a phase 3, that is from Burn Ground to Seymour's. And so we're looking at the potential of signing a contract there or for that in the coming days.
And when we come back, find out how to make gourmet popcorn. You're watching The Morning Edition.
I miss going out with my friends and dancing the night away.
I miss being asked to want to sit inside or outside at a restaurant.
I really miss traveling without having to get these COVID tests stuck up my nose.
I miss not having to wear a mask everywhere.
I miss going out to see a late night movie.
Want the pandemic to end? Make your appointment now to get vaccinated.
This message has been brought to you by the Government of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Well, today marks 2 years since the strongest hurricane pounded the nation's second city. A day earlier, Hurricane Dorian unleashed its fury on Abaco. As you can imagine, for many residents on Abaco and Grand Bahama, the month of September is now known as the month everything changed. This morning, a few Abaco residents walked down memory lane with Antoinette Smith.
September 1st, 2019, a date which for many dredges up a cluster of painful memories.
I think September 1st was a Sunday. We woke up that morning.
We were just
relaxing, chilling like a normal hurricane.
Some 2 years later, and for many now Dorian survivors, it still feels like a dream. The deadly menace called Dorian a reminder of the moment many on Grand Bahama and Abaco nearly lost it all.
Hey, kids. I love you. I have a video. I was recording. I went to my kids' bedroom. I was like, hey, kids, if you all are watching this, know that I love you all. I really love you all. Thinking about my kids. You know, if something happened to me, then what about them? I had to find the strength for them.
It's a certain kind of strength the residents have carried in the 24 months since, picking up the pieces, building again from the ground up, searching for new beginnings. It's the picture of resilience, though the physical scars of many, a constant reminder of the emotional ones.
I still have scars from Dorian. It is something that you can't really explain. Like, you can't really explain. You have to be strong-minded to have gone through that experience and still coping, still going out normal. You really, it was God. It was really God.
Since Dorian, residents of Grand Bahama and Abaco have been in pursuit of restoring their storm-ravaged island to its former glory, the survivors reminding us daily that through it all, there are still things to be thankful for.
Once you have your family, you have God, you have life, that is all that matters.
Once you have life, you can rebuild, you know? And I learned it the hard way, but I'm still here. And right now, I'm grateful because some people are still living in tents. 2 years later, some people are still living in tents. In my little trailer home, I'm grateful for that.
2 years on, still Abaco and Grand Bahama strong.
Well, after nearly 30 years of being confined to a 48-square-foot cell, the long walk to freedom is now a reality for a former inmate at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Kelsey Johnson has his story.
He said, get your skin back up to prison. And from he said that I've been there for ever since.
Reality, like the cell gates at the then Her Majesty's prison, slammed hard on Donald Jones back in 1992. Donnie, as he's affectionately known, was hit with 2 consecutive life sentences that ran concurrently. The charge, armed robbery, that landed him in medium security.
In that place, it's not easy. You just got to be strong.
Now, unlike the game of Monopoly, there's no get-out-of-jail-free card. Jones says the long nights behind bars are sometimes restless, and it seems as though time will never add up or return. The 64-year-old lost his 2 sons, mom, and dad while serving time. But he remains strong, holding on to faith, allowing the love and support from other family members to carry him through. The day of his sentence still on his mind. Hopefully, it will be replaced with August 31st, the day he was granted clemency from the Prerogative Board of Mercy.
But I've been hearing that quite some time. That's why I always used to tell the brethren where I am. You got to be strong, but the way you all sing this kind of thing, I can't just rely to go on it just like that. And they used to just say, you're going free, and whatnot. I say, listen, stop counting the egg before it happens. I say, when it happens, and that's when it happened. And that's how I continued where I was until time comes.
Jones is the baby of his family, a group of whom cried tears of joy when he walked out of the prison gates.
To us, there are 11 siblings. 1 passed away last year. But there are a lot of siblings, and everybody is very supportive of him. And we are very thankful of what has been going on in terms of getting him out here, and it's been a lot of work.
Winston Jones was in San Salvador when his little brother was arrested. Jones said the years were tough, but the day of release has erased it all.
We just want to say thank you for considering our brother's case and putting it forward. It's not been an easy road. We have put in a lot of work into it, and we know that you have put a lot of work into it. That has caused us to arrive at this moment in time whereby we are able to bring the family together and to celebrate the reunion of his release.
The Jones family is planning a reunion. Until then, they rely on FaceTime, calls, and Zooms to connect.
Dawn, what are you doing? Good morning
I'm sorry.
again.
Hi. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this next story with you, the gourmet popcorn. It looked like you bought some only for you.
Yeah, I bought some for the team. You know, we had a intruder that ate all, but almost ate all. So, yeah.
Tell us about it. What is gourmet? I know about gourmet fish, gourmet chicken. Remember we had some gourmet corned beef. Now we're in the gourmet popcorn.
But did you know that there are two types of corn?
No.
There's butterfly.
Corn on your foot?
It's called butterfly and mushroom. You see how big? See how big these corns are?
Right.
Yeah. So it was really good. Teron and I know he doesn't like for us to call his name, but yeah, he was with us. We went to Celestial Treats. It's all the way in Tropical Gardens. And it was beautiful, beautiful. We had a good time. We ate most of the flavors. Fisher.
Let's get to the story.
Okay.
I want to eat. I don't want them to see me.
Oh, okay. The scent of popcorn brewing in machines at parties or other special events is enough to get your taste buds going. And if you have kids, then prepare to spend a whole lot of money. The morning team traveled to Tropical Gardens yesterday to get the inside scoop on how to make gourmet popcorn and to find out what flavors are available.
So if we're doing just a straight flavor, meaning just all caramel in an hour, one batch takes us about 20 minutes, and that would fill about 8 bags.
Putting smiles on the faces of children with gourmet popcorn is something Shakira Davis finds joy in through her business Celestial Treats on special occasions. The accountant, now entrepreneur, reminisced on how far her business has come after joining the unemployment line several years ago.
Back in 2012, I was laid off from a job, and so I used some of that money and I decided that I'll start my business. I bought one snow cone machine, one popcorn, one cotton candy, and one hot dog. And from there, Celestial Treats was born. Initially, we started as a baking company, and I ventured into adding the parties.
But believe it or not, there are two types of corn, kernel and mushroom, which gives the product a crunchy, fluffy look and taste. But with some 20 flavors to choose from, Shakira shared what's the most popular among customers.
We have caramel. Our next most popular will be the kettle corn. And then we have Junkanoo, which is a medley of our sweet, colorful flavors. Toffee would be another popular one. And then a combination of caramel and cheddar. We also have a few savory flavors, but we only do those, based on orders. The sweet flavors are the ones that are most popular now. So we can do a combination of flavors and colors if a client so chooses, if they have a particular color scheme for an event. Right now, the popcorn that's most popular would be our election popcorn for all of our different parties.
And as the election season heats up, Shakira says business in this pandemic continues to thrive.
Most of my business really were parties, so weekends and stuff, or events. If someone had something, like I said, I did it part-time on the side. So it was an opportunity for me to celebrate with my clients. However, with COVID, parties were put on hold. And so the gourmet popcorn was a way for me to still have some sort of income, seeing that people weren't partying, as much. Once the country started to open up back in February or March, then we started to see an increase in business.
And finally, after getting our taste buds going, Shakira gave us a breakdown on how to get caramel popcorn just right.
If we're doing, let's say, the caramel popcorn, then we pop it the same way, but we do it with a yellow coconut oil, and we add the salt to it to give it a salty taste. Once we've done that, we have a cooker, a caramel cooker, that we put some ingredients, some sugar, oil, water, and the caramel, and that cooks. Once that comes to a certain temperature, then we add the popcorn to it, and it tumbles in the machine and coats the whole popcorn. We then dump that out and let that cool, and then we're able to bag it and serve it to our clients.
Well, Adon, I'd like to say thank you for breakfast, and viewers, these are the real deal gourmet popcorn. Thanks for breakfast, popcorn for breakfast.
Trust me, they're great. So.
You ever told that you must not talk while you're eating?
Well, I just had to make sure that they know that, the popcorn tastes great,
My grandma always said, do not talk while you're eating, so I'm going to eat and not talk. It's your time.
Okay, well, as we head to the break, we take a look back at the day in Bahamian history. On September 2nd, 1958, world-class sprinter Tommy Robinson returned home to a hero's welcome after winning the 200-yard dash and finishing second in the 100-yard sprint at the British Empire and Commonwealth Games in Wales. Also on September 2nd, 1976, Sir Gerald Cash was appointed acting Governor General.
Getting your kids back to school is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Omni Financial. Receive up to $3,000 in 48 hours at reduced fees with Omni Flash Cash. Pick up those back-to-school supplies with any of our financing partners or send money worldwide to any of our 4 remittance brands with Omni Money Transfers. Visit any of our Omni locations throughout the Bahamas. Omni Financial for all your back-to-school financial needs and more.
Having the choice to dine indoors is so 2020. Make your appointment to be vaccinated today.
This message has been brought to you by the Government of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Club of Nassau and the Rotary Club of Bahamas continues to do their part in the community. Dominic Bain, Lieutenant Governor, Division 22, and Carla Stubbs, Assistant Governor General of the Rotary Club West District, joins us live in studio this morning. Lady, gent, welcome to the morning edition.
Thank you. Good morning.
So talk to us a little bit about, I know that you guys have a blood drive coming up this coming Saturday. Mrs. Stubbs, talk to us a little bit about it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. So Kiwanis, Bahamas, and Rotary Bahamas are partnering to host a blood drive. It is this Saturday, as you said. Sorry, not this Saturday, September 11, I should say. Saturday, September 11 at Marathon Mall between the hours of 9 to 4. And we thought, as the two premier community service organizations, that we would join in this effort to invite the public to donate the gift of life.
And Mr. Bain?
Yes, as Carla indicated, we wanted to join together as two organizations to have a blood drive to promote the gift of life. But part of the blood drive effort would also involve a back-to-school initiative where all persons who would come to donate blood would be eligible for a chance to receive back-to-school supplies. So it will be a raffle drawing that will take place for persons who donate blood.
And the goal is 100 pints. How are you guys planning on making that target or getting to that particular target?
Well, between Rotary and Kiwanis, we have a wide network. We have about 1,500 members, and then we have friends and family. So we have actually put it out there. It's on our social media. Persons can get in touch with us. We're hoping to do a pre-registration. We're working on that, a pre-registration link, but we're welcoming walk-up persons, and we think the venue is central enough for persons to get to us, and persons are always visiting the mall at Marathon. So we're really hoping that persons will hear this. Our health system is strained, and sometimes this gets left behind. So we're really hoping that persons will join us. It's an easy give, especially at this time. It's something anybody can do. So we're hoping persons will join us September 11, Saturday.
And Mr. Bain, I know you want to make a plea to the public.
Yes, social distancing will be in effect. Mm-hmm. So we want persons to feel comfortable knowing that they can come out. We'll have all of the sanitization methods. If you have been vaccinated or partially vaccinated, you must have received your shot at least 2 weeks prior to the donation of blood. They will also be checking for flu-like symptoms and things of that nature. Screenings will take place, and we just encourage persons to come out and donate blood, and at the same time be eligible for a chance of back-to-school supplies.
And remind Bahamians where they can go to, I guess, for the blood drive.
The blood drive will be at the Mall at Marathon on Saturday, September 11th. Saturday, September 11th at the Mall at Marathon between 9 o'clock a.m. and 4 p.m.
And are you guys able to answer our trivia question? What's the most, I guess, the charm? Yeah.
I knew the answer. I'm sure this is the answer. Honey. Isn't it? Say yes. You can't embarrass Rotary on TV.
Yes, and we have a challenge. We have a challenge for Charles.
Yes.
And our challenge is for you to give blood.
Donate blood, the
We need
gift
for you
of
to come
life.
and donate blood.
Both of you.
So that's 4 challenges that you had within the space of 3 days. So we want you to come and give blood. LaDawn, you as well.
Okay, thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and all the best to you guys for your blood drive. Thank you so much. Close, we've got more right after this. You're watching the Morning Edition.
Large beach and pool parties are not ideal in this COVID environment, but keeping just a few friends close while in the water is actually a good idea. So here's another pointer. They say the more the merrier, and when you're planning on spending a day of fun in the water, that might be what you want to do. Swimming with someone else, especially when doing aquatic activities, is a standard safety practice. If you're by yourself and there's an emergency, having someone to call for help or assist is much better than struggling alone.
Swimming with a buddy, not swimming alone, allowing you to have the ability to have somebody with you if you get into trouble. It's nice to be able to go in a social environment with a buddy and be able to talk and enjoy the environment.
Crystal Darling, ZNS Digital Media.
Well, the challenge is accepted. Yes, I will be donating blood. But the challenge this morning was the question from Janae's Uniform Center. Which edible food was that? What was the answer?
That never gets spoiled.
That never gets spoiled. And the answer is easy. Honey, and you're able to win 2 raincoats this morning, all courtesy of Janae's Uniform Center. We only have 1 more day of Janae's Uniform Center giveaways. We're so thankful for what they've done for the last couple of weeks, giving away gifts. And so this morning we're giving away 2 raincoats. And the winner is Marinette Dawson. And Marinette, you can collect your raincoats today from the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. And I know folks are wondering, why do we have these tennis balls in our hand? Let me put this down. LaDawn, I don't know why everybody is challenging me to something, but we're going to have a juggling challenge this morning as we close things out. LaDawn, you go first.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Okay. Yeah. Yay.
Well, in the circus, I'm normally the clown, but this morning I'm the juggler. And yeah, see another ball here. Ball.
Well, yeah. Well.
Now, let me show you how to.
Look here. Okay. All right.
Shane, you give me that ball back there. Just throw it in.
This is fun.
Just throw it in there, Shane. Just throw it in. I'll see how it works. We're doing that 1 ball. Look here. Viewers, who won this, viewers? They beat me in cooking, but they can't beat me on this. Look at ooh. Look on this. They're going all over the place. Let's wrap things up.
And be sure to stay tuned into the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition at 6:30 and the Bahamas tonight at 7. And that's a wrap for us this morning for the entire team. I'm LaDawn Davis. Fisher's juggling. Have a great morning, everybody.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Welcome to Grace Connect, a program to keep the members